As a mom who has been in survival mode for a while, having 3 young kids of my own, I felt like I was constantly frazzled. I was constantly looking down, trying to get things done on my to-do list. I was leaving my kids in the dust and the fumes of fury, just trying to get my to-do list complete because we have to eat. We have to wear clothes. We have to eat off of clean dishes. We have to have a clean and tidy house. Otherwise, things are just going to be a dumpster fire. I was yelling. I was full of rage. I was full of frustration and just operating in overwhelm. I tried to be intentional, but I just felt like I couldn't catch my breath until I chose one thing that I feel like changed everything. When I chose intentionality over productivity, I feel like it just changed things for our family. When I chose to bring my kids alongside of me with things that I was already doing throughout the day instead of leaving them in the fumes of fury, I feel like things started to tilt in a different way. In this video, I just wanted to share a few ways that choosing intentionality over productivity has really affected our family in a positive way. Now, when I say intentionality, I am talking about just being mindful and having a purpose behind everything that I'm doing. Every action has a purpose, every activity has a purpose. And so when I chose to start bringing my kids alongside of me while I was doing the dishes, while I was cooking and doing the cleaning and doing the laundry and doing the grocery shopping and cleaning out the chicken coop and doing the gardening, it was more quality time with my kids. Now, hear me when I say this. It wasn't more time with my kids. It wasn't less things on my to-do list. But the time that I did have was time better spent. It gave us more eye contact, more memories, more connection with my kids. The kids were having fuller experiences, more laughter, more fun, and increased developmental gains. I had less feelings of rage and frustration and overwhelm all the time. And I felt like I was finally able to catch a little bit of a breath. And thus, I was actually more productive in the things that I was doing every day. I was able to actually devote my time and my attention towards my kids and that one thing that I was doing. And then I could move on to the next thing. So, why am I even sharing this? Number one, I believe kids are important. And I've worked with kids a long time, professionally and personally. And I believe we're building the next generation of people. I also believe that this generation is a little bit in jeopardy. I have seen a lack of guidance and nurturing and connection and developmental gains with these kiddos, and just trying to pinpoint, like, why is that? And I feel like a large part of that is because kids don't have the opportunities to walk alongside of an adult in their life and learn valuable skills and work with their hands and get dirty and make messes and have accidents. And they aren't learning from those things like we did and our parents did and our grandparents did. I believe kids are the future. They are the ones who are going to be wiping our butts and taking care of us when we're older. And they're going to be the future farmers and the future bakers and the future homemakers and the future bankers and, you know, all of these different professions. And if we're not raising them with intentionality and we're raising them in a passive way, then that's a little nerve wracking. And please hear me when I say this. I do not live this out perfectly at all. I mess up every single day, all the time. But the effort is there, the intentionality is there, because I want my kids to live with purpose and I want to teach them with purpose. Of course, it's more effort to keep them off of screens. Of course, it's against the grain to make sure they're well nourished and well rested. Of course, it's a lot more work to invite them alongside of me so that they can help me with different things. But they're just learning. They'll catch up eventually. Of course, it's hard to be consistent. But by golly, I have already seen the fruits of that labor just in the last 6 years of being a mom, and double that amount of time being a professional who has worked with kids. It's worth it. And I want to encourage you that it's worth it for your family too. And you can absolutely do it by changing one thing. And that's your mindset of being intentional. It's not going to go perfectly every time. It's not some magical switch that, oh, I'm all of a sudden a Disney princess fluttering around and just having the best day and being so productive. Absolutely not. Get that out of your head. It's okay if the house still looks like a dumpster fire after you bring them alongside of you and you're teaching them things. That's okay. At that point, who cares about how clean the house is or if there's still poop stains in the toilet? Because you're bringing them alongside of you and you're living with intention and with purpose, and you're teaching these kids really valuable skills. So, good job, you. You're a rock star. Just caffeinate a little bit more, and you can do more quality cleaning when they're asleep. All to say, it's not going to be perfect, but it is going to be intentional. And that is way more worth it than perfection. So go out and teach your kids something really wonderful, even if it's just how to wipe up a mess that they've made. That's a huge win. If you found this at all helpful or encouraging, please hit the like button and even hit subscribe so that you can be notified whenever I put out new content. Thank you so much for joining, and I have a basket wall to complete because they've been sitting on my floor for months and it's time to do something with them.